I want you to stretch. Lean to this side. Lean to that side. I turn to somebody and shake their hand and let them know I'm happy to see you.
I put the seed. Roger. All right, sir. Pretty good. All is well, man. Wonderful, good, good.
One of the things that I always believe is that we tend to fish in the same waters. And so when you fish in the same waters, you get the same kind of fish. In fact, while I was preparing this, Ellen White said, and it's not the exact quote, that sometimes we are too narrow in the way that we do ministry, our purpose to ministry. And we don't understand that sometimes God may place you in a position because in that position you're able to reach people that you would not ordinarily get into contact with. Now, one of the things that I've been fortunate in doing, do you hear me? Do I need a mic?
With the mic.
All right. You hear me now? What about now?
Yes.
One of the things that I've been fortunate with is when I graduated from my undergrad, I went to work in Wall Street. And so I became comfortable being around people who had money. I didn't have money, but I was comfortable around them, and they were comfortable around me. First thing I'm going to tell you is that everyone is not going to be able to do this.
Yeah.
Everyone's not going to be able to do this. Because if you are not comfortable with people who are different from us, who believe different from us,
Yeah.
who think different from us, they're not going to be comfortable around you.
Yeah.
The first thing I will tell you is that when I meet people, my religion is not the first thing I lead out with.
Amen.
In fact, many times they don't even know if I go to church. And the reason is my purpose is to make a connection.
Amen. Good stuff.
And sometimes because, and I'm not talking about you guys, but there are some other people in the church, in the Adventist church who are not here, who set a bad example for the church.
Yes, this is true.
And when they think of Seventh-day Adventism, they think of those people, not us. We're different.
Exactly.
Wave your hand if you're different. You could lie. Wave your hand if you're different. Now, let me start by sharing with you what Ellen White has to say. She says, first of all, reach people where they are. To reach people wherever they are and whatever their position or condition, and to help them in every way possible. This is true ministry. By such effort, you may win hearts and open a door of access to perishing souls. One of the things that we need to understand why evangelism needs to be done differently is because society is different. A long time ago, when someone came to the church, they were brought the truth. They accepted the truth. They joined the church. They became part of the community. But now people are different. They want to be part of the community. And then they accept Jesus. And then they're part of the church. So if you're looking to lead with truth, you have a problem. because there is this thing called Google. And Google will tell them what your truth is, what the Baptist truth is,
Yes, yes.
what the Pentecostal truth is,
Yes.
and they will choose.
Yes. That's not.
And so if you have not made the connection first, they will accept the truth as your truth.
Yes. That's not.
That's not my truth. It's your truth. And so we need to meet people where they are. And we can't lead with religion. Now, I've made some friends in my neighborhood. And you know how you know that you're a friend? It's not when they invite you to their house. You're not a friend yet. It's when they invite you to their house and their friends are there. That's when you're a friend.
That's not. There you go.
That's when you know you're in. Your neighbors can invite you, you can invite them to their house. But when my neighbor is having a birthday party the other day, he called and said, "Hey, come on over, I want you to meet my family." He's not Adventist. And that's the other thing. Most Adventists have a problem because everyone you're friends with is Adventist.
Well,
How are you going to witness to people who are already saved? And so I went there and I met his family and I met his friends, and they were smoking cigars and I don't smoke, and they asked me why I don't smoke, and so I told them about the health message.
Okay.
When you allow yourself to be put in situations, God will create opportunities for you that are not forced. I had another witnessing opportunity. I was sharing that with Dr. Wilson and Pastor Basil. Super Bowl is big in the United States.
yeah.
And so my neighbor invited me to a Super Bowl party they were having at a sports bar. Now I know some of you are holy, and so you don't know what a sports bar is. But a sports bar is a place where there's TVs all over and liquor. So I went there with him and about 15 of his buddies. And we were joking around and talking, and they were drinking, and I kept on having ginger ale. And so one of them turned around because he was also not having liquor, and he said, "You must be a recovering alcoholic." And so I got the opportunity to talk to him about the health message. But I don't preach the health message or the lifestyle message from the perspective of being Adventist, because I do it whether I was Adventist or not. I told them that my body is a temple, and my body is special. And so I have chosen, it's a choice I made. I don't do it because the church tells me to do it. It's a choice I made to put stuff in my body that's good for it. And I said, plus, I want to be able to have control of my body.
Amen.
I don't ever want to do something and wake up and think, "Oh my God, what did I do?" And they understood that. And they understood that. When they're eating shrimp and lobster, I don't say I don't eat because I'm Adventist. I say these are scavengers of the sea. They're the garbage cleaners of the bottom of the sea. And I have chosen not to put garbage inside of me because my body is a temple. And so I'm able to witness without talking about Seventh-day Adventism. Do you understand? When I talk about the Sabbath, I don't talk about what I can't do on the Sabbath. In fact, my understanding of the Sabbath, and you may not agree with it, but the Sabbath is a day God created because he knew that if he didn't give me 24 hours, I'd go and go and go and drop. But he said, for 24 hours, I want to spend time with you. I want you to connect with your family. I want you to see, the Sabbath is really about rest. And unfortunately, in most of those churches, not you guys,
Well,
you leave Sabbath and you are exhausted.
well,
To the point that Sunday is your actually day of rest.
wow, wow.
So when you go back, tell them that it's possible to be a Sabbath keeper, but be the biggest Sabbath breaker. And my friends who are not Adventists understand that. And they actually like it. They said, you know, it makes sense. And so let's go on, because I don't have a lot of time. Ellen White also says, the gospel invitation is to be given to who?
The rich.
The rich and the poor, the high and the low. We must devise means for carrying the truth into new places, into all classes of people. It seems like we're more comfortable with poor people and middle class.
Yes, this is true.
We are.
This is true.
And the truth is, if I brought some of my rich friends to the church, they wouldn't stay very long.
Well,
There are a lot of reasons for that. That's a whole other workshop. But there's some things we need to think about. What else does she say? Wealthy reach through Bible-based presentation. The servants of Christ should labor faithfully for who? The rich men of our cities, as well as the poor and lowly. And how can we reach high net worth individuals? First of all, the church has a problem. We do not pay attention to societal trends. In fact, we are one of the last people to follow trends. I remember when the church was fighting because we put a projector in the church.
wow.
Everybody else, all the other churches, First Day churches, had projectors. But we felt that there was something gospel about bringing your Bible and hymnal. And if you didn't, you were not Christian.
Well,
And we actually fought over that.
wow.
And the truth, here's the truth. You can delay change, but you can't stop change.
Yes.
Change is going to happen.
Yes.
You could just slow it down. And so the church has not really paid attention to trends. And that's why you find, for example, do you know there was probably a church that was a hot church 10 years ago. Everybody wanted to go to that church. And now they're not. Why? Because what got you here won't always get you there. And you have to constantly look at where is society heading. Now, I'm not talking about doctrine. I'm talking about methods. Let me give you some examples. Anyone remember Nokia?
Yes.
There was a time, if you had a phone, it was probably
Nokia.
Nokia.
Yes.
But old faithful.
Hold on, no, yeah.
Here's what New Yorker magazine said. The company profoundly underestimated the importance of software, including the apps that run on smartphones, to the experience of a new user. So people wanted phones that did more than allow them to talk. And Nokia says, no, this is working for us. So we're not going to change it. And Apple and Samsung came and ate their lunch. Trends. Trends are very important. We're going to talk about a few trends later. Remember Kodak?
Yes.
Digital cameras. The Bauer Kodak, but guess what? Kodak was the first one to develop a digital camera. But they said nobody's going to want a digital camera. They're always going to want their little Kodak Chrome picture and go film, and then you let it see light, and then the film is destroyed and you get upset. Kodak didn't fail because it was a terrible company. Kodak didn't fail because they had terrible leadership. Kodak failed because they did not follow trends. And the church has a history of thinking what we're doing is working and we don't need to change it. Here's another one. Remember Video Stars? Did you all have Blockbuster here?
To rent videos too, so same thing, same concept.
Well, Adventists, you could always tell who the Adventists were because Saturday night they'd be parked in the Blockbuster, and as soon as the sun set, they all came out and they went into Blockbuster. But Netflix had approached Blockbuster and said, "Listen, let's work together." And Blockbuster laughed them out because they said everybody is going to want to come and pick up their movie and go home. And guess what? In the United States, there's only one Blockbuster left.
Wow.
And almost everybody either knows about or has Netflix.
Amen.
Trends. First of all, how do you reach people in the C-suite? You must look like you belong and are comfortable with being in that circle. I can't be uncomfortable because I'm out with someone who's drinking alcohol. Or when my neighbor wants to invite me over and he's smoking his cigar. I just hold my breath as long as I can. But it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make in order to build a relationship.
What's up?
The fact is, he doesn't have to invite me to his home. And in many places, we don't even know who our neighbors are.
Well,
Much less do they invite us into their homes.
amen.
And even less do they invite us into their home when their friends and family are there.
That's true.
So we have work to do.
Amen.
We have this idea, even though it's not spoken, that somehow if we connect with people outside of the church, we're becoming unclean.
Yes. This is true.
Well, remember, Jesus wasn't crucified because he did anything wrong, except that he sat with the sinners and the prostitutes. And he broke all of the laws that the religious people said they should. So you need to be, and Dr. Wilson talked about it, normal. Do you know that there are many people who think we're weird?
Yes.
I want to tell you what the Bible says to be peculiar. It doesn't mean be weird. And that's why I don't necessarily come and say, "Hey, I'm Enoch Paulus and I'm Seventh-day Adventist." You know what? They would run.
Well,
And the best testimony I always get is when they find out I'm Adventist, they say, "You don't act like you're Adventist."
yes.
That's a good testimony.
Yes.
There's going to be a time, I hope, when Adventism is a good thing, but right now it's not.
Well,
We have too many crazies.
well,
Right.
I'm not talking
This
about
is
you,
true.
so don't-
this is true. This is true.
We have too many crazies. There is nothing that says that a woman needs to dress like they're living in Ellen White's time.
Come on now. Amen.
Well,
Now, there's two things, and I can say this because I don't live here.
All right.
Dress is not something that really bothers God. You know how I know? He made Adam and Eve naked.
yes. This is true.
When he went to see them every day, they were naked.
What's
So
up?
a woman who comes to church in a short dress is not offending God. Now, I'm not saying to do that because there are some men who have issues.
Yes. Yes.
And when you wear certain things, they can't focus on their relationship with God. So out of your love for your brother, you dress a certain way so that you don't make it hard. But it's not about that.
Being ready for that.
Second, the easiest way is if you're introduced to that person by someone you know and trust. In my business, it is very important for me to develop new client relationships. And one of the hardest things to do is to gain trust. But when someone that they know and trust introduces you, it makes it easier for them to to give you some of the benefit of the doubt.
Yes.
It could be somebody they work with, somebody who is family with them. We're gonna go through different techniques. One of them, anybody on LinkedIn?
Yeah.
If you're not on LinkedIn, you should be on LinkedIn.
That's right.
I am proposing that LinkedIn becomes a new arm of evangelism. LinkedIn allows you to get through gated communities. LinkedIn allows you to meet people that you would not ordinarily meet. That's a whole other thing. So, next thing, attend networking events that they are likely to attend. I spend a lot of time networking, and a lot of the clients that I have right now are networking. And the reason I'm talking about this is because having been a pastor and now working back in the private sector, I realize that there are a lot of similarities. First of all, we are a sales force, and our product is salvation through Jesus Christ.
Amen.
And so we are offering salvation through Jesus Christ, and we need to offer it to every person that we meet, because we never know who's going to say yes.
Amen. Good stuff.
And so the same principles that I use in order to get clients to do their financial planning is the same principle I use when I'm trying to offer salvation through Christ that I received. And what I find is the things that we tend to argue about in Bible class, those people don't really care about that.
Well,
You know, they don't care about whether the 144,000 is literal or figurative. They're not really concerned about whether Jesus is half God and half divine or 100%. All they know is that what can Jesus do for me?
yes.
How can Jesus make my life better? What else? Oh, use LinkedIn as a means of developing a connection. One of the things, and I'm going to take you to spend a little time on this because this is important. I've got 10 minutes, not prophetic time, but 10 minutes. LinkedIn, one of the first things you want to do is just connect. And you say, you know, when they answer, hey, thank you for connecting, you want to post things on LinkedIn that are of value. And when they like, you connect with them. If they write something, you write something on theirs, let them know that you're following them, develop a relationship. And then there's going to come a time where you say, hey, why don't we get together for coffee or tea? Now, they can drink coffee, you can drink tea, and there's some tea that's decaffeinated, so you don't have to worry about that. By the way, if you eat ice cream, there's a lot of more caffeine in ice cream than there is coffee. That's a whole other thing. So you develop a relationship. And that is the key thing that happens in terms of reaching people in the C-suite. I'm going to have to run. You develop programs and events outside of church activities, but you scratch where they itch. For example, most rich people will probably not come to a prophecy center,
Yes, this is true.
but they will come to a health center. Or if you start a running group, exercise club, marriage, divorce recovery. And here's something that I've done, and this is going to tie into my next seminar. Because of my relationship with government, government has access to some people that I don't have. And so I'm working with Miami County to have the first of an annual series of leadership summits. It's going to be Thrive Miami 2020 Leadership Summit. And we're going to have the top executives in the top companies come. And guess what? I'm going to be there. I'm going to get to know them. I'm going to network with them. Now you've made the connection. Now what? First of all, you have to have a value proposition for why they should take the time to meet with you. Maybe there's something that they can teach you or something you want to know about and say, hey, why don't we have coffee? I'd like to talk about, or I'd like to get your insight about this. Don't waste their time. They're busy people. Have a sincere interest in who they are, what they're concerned about. And when you talk to them, talk more about them than you talk about yourself. The successful conversation happens when you leave the conversation knowing more about the person you're talking to than they know about you. And what they will find is that they will think you're a great conversationalist. Why? Because people love talking about themselves. And the goal is not to obtain a Bible study or ask them to come to a church event, but the goal is to make a genuine connection that leads to a genuine friendship. It doesn't matter if they join your church or not, because that's up to God to determine what happens. Your goal is to develop a friendship. Don't force a religion talk. Remember how I got a chance to talk about the health message and God created an opportunity. All I did was make myself available by being there. Recognize the transitions as they occur in the relationship. You go from acquaintance to associate to friendship. And remember, friendship occurs when they not only invite you to their home, but they invite you to their home when their friends and family are there. That's when they think of you as a friend. Okay? Value the friendship and maintain the friendship even if they don't ever join your church. Why? Because as Corinthians says, I planted, Apollos watered, but God gave the increase. You don't know if your job in their lives is to water or if it's to plant. Your job is to make yourself available. I'm going to stop here and see if there's any questions for question. Yes.
Maybe some of the concepts that you're throwing out. I know the one with the Super Bowl party I was suggesting for this year, right? And some of the persons they just shut it down, say, no, people don't want barely a bit alcohol and none. I said you could use the church hall of a Super Bowl party and then afterwards you're worshiping the fellas. But I guess the whole concept is that as pastors, I'm a pastor, we expected to dress different, look different, act different than the average person. And so if they don't see me with my necktie on sometimes, and God forbid, if I happen to wear jeans and t-shirt, some people think I look like one of the teenagers or someone just in high school. It's like you are, I don't know, you devalued yourself. And the concept of Christ ministering with people. When I go back to my own homestead, but I guess the concept I'm driving at is this. What's the process of initiating change, of moving from the old paradigm where the pastor must be up here and aloft from everyone else to the Christ ministry where he mingled among the brothers in the hood?
Okay. I guess let me jump in. The threshold model of collective behavior. This is a theory that explains how change happens in a church. You need to get to a certain critical point, and then once that happens, everybody else follows. And the way that it works is the first 15%, they're the innovators and the early adopters. They're the ones who, whatever new idea you bring, they're ready for something new. And then once these people adopt, you have the early majority. Those are the people who are watching the early adopters. And if they seem to be doing it, then they'll follow. And once that group happens, the rest just follow automatically. Some people later than often. But it is, you need to understand who your early adopters are, make them your champion. They will bring some of the other people on. And once you have critical mass, it's hard to find change. Momentum, right? Another question?
comment on what you said. I mean, I think it's very interesting the concept in what I would call churching the rich, where we have to think outside the box. Sometimes we put our tents and stuff in over good areas where some people wouldn't go there, period. So we need to start looking at other methods, like you were showing, and other means of reaching to these people. Because they want to come out, they want to join the church, but they wouldn't do it through our traditional way.
The 2 years that I had the biggest baptisms in my church, one of them came from what we call social ministry. Every Saturday night, we open our doors to Domino's. Because people in the community were playing dominoes on Saturday nights. So we brought them into our church. Two of the ladies who were there and their husbands was playing, they owned a restaurant, a Haitian restaurant that was popular. We taught them the health message with foods we could not eat, and they started cooking Saturday nights. They started inviting their friends. And pretty soon we're baptizing the husbands and the wives and the children and their friends, because we got the children connected to baptisms. And then they started coming to AY. And then the family started dropping in on Sabbath morning for worship. So they didn't come in through the 11 o'clock service. They came in through social. The second year, that was an ambassador, we started a soccer club. And we decided that our players were going to challenge people from the community every Sunday. And so one of the people from the community called it the Saints versus the Sinners. And it was great because most of the times the Saints won. But when the Saints lost, they'll say, "Church, you didn't pray enough today." But we baptized people out of there because remember when I started talking, connection is the first entry into the church nowadays, not true. You've got to connect. And once you connect, they're willing to accept truth. Any other questions? Yes.
Hi, I'm a joiner at the Bendel Church, and I've been here about 15 years, and I found it so different from when I first went to the tent and watched the service.
How is it different?
Because I'm now in the church. I was at the tent. The church, the preaching was wonderful. Sometimes it came to me, and you get an understanding of what the Bible is all about. But the people, I find to be somewhat different from how I would see it now that I have built a relationship with God. I'm trying to figure out if this is the church for me. So I've been here, like I say, 13 years. I'm trying hard to understand them. I'm trying.
What do you think is missing?
I could say me, just as well as I could say them, they are, the way they get the message, the way they get the total understanding of Adventist. I mean, I'm trying, I'm still trying. I've been here for 13 years, but to me, sometimes they're so distant as to close, far from me, and I'm
I'm trying to understand it because it's a little complicated. Let me talk to you one-on-one. All right? Anybody else? Somebody else? Any other questions? Let's go back to LinkedIn. I got 2 minutes. Let's go back to LinkedIn. One of the reasons LinkedIn works is because it's safe. And it gives you an opportunity to really get to know someone online. And the trends are that we're moving to a space where more things are going to happen online than physically. Because of LinkedIn, I have friends that I've never met before. But we're planning on meeting sometime, this way. So I'll have to catch it next time. And so think about it. Think about developing a strategy for social media. And if you don't have social media active in your church, and I'm not just talking about live streaming, your church is going to be behind the ball because the trend is people are using social media more and more. The other thing I'm going to say, I'm going to sit down. If you don't have a solid youth ministry, children's ministry, in 30 years, your church is probably not going to exist. Because there's something happened, there's a trend that's happening that didn't happen before. Parents ask their children now where they want to go eat,
Wow.
what they want to do. When I was growing up, my father just told me this is where you go.
That's nice.
But I had my grandson with me, we're going to eat, and I asked him, where do you want to eat? He said, Chuck E. Cheese. We ended up having Chuck E. Cheese, but we ended up at Chuck E. Cheese. And so if you don't focus on developing a strong children's ministry, you're going to end up with a church with no young adults, no children, and as soon as the old folks die, your church is dead as well.
Wow.
So I'm going to sit and thank you. Yes, one more question.
I'm so glad that you started. I'm so glad that you did you find that so many cultures are pulling you into the church? And a lot of it is not only here, social media and other things like that. And then sometimes you have in your home, the parents themselves are not focusing with the church or focusing on the scriptures or focusing with God. And so the youth are doing their own thing. And so we have, that's another area of concern. Our young people now becoming.
I'll take the last question.
Okay, so just in one of the points you made was meeting people where they are. And I understand what my good sister over there is saying, but speaking as one of the younger persons, it's not only the cultures, it's also some of the persons in the churches not being able to meet us where we are, some of the messages not being tailored to us. We had a service the other day and someone was speaking about prophecy. I was just baptized this year into the Seventh-day Adventist Church on July 1st. Before that, I've been a Baptist my entire life. But I think sometimes, even in the church and not only trying to get a hold of CEOs, we need to focus on meeting the youths where they are. And I think that's why the churches are losing some of them as well. Hence this conference.
If you have a growing church, about 40 to 50% of your church must be between the age of 18 and 45. If your church does not fall into that, you're what I call walking dead.
Good stuff.
You're not dead yet, but you're walking towards it. Because they are the ones who will guarantee that you have future income. They're the one, as their income grows, that will help the church to sustain. They're the ones who will become the grandparents who will help mentor the young ones coming forward. And so the focus ought to be on how do we get people into the lives to come and be a part of our churches.
Okay, we want to thank Pastor Paulson. Thank you very much, Pastor Paulson. All right, we're on program. We have 10 minutes to get into the breakout rooms. So if you have a program like this, the sessions starting from the left will be first, okay, ministry in the marketplace is going to be in the room grouper. That's out these doors and to your left. It's one of the rooms that we paid in. It's the grouper. The sessions that appear in the middle will be in the blue marlin room. And then the sessions to the far right, the far column on the right, will be in phone fifth. All right, so if you number them from left to right, 1, 2, 3, it would be in rooms 1, 2, 3. Okay? And then after the final session this evening, the one ending at 6:45 p.m., we will reconvene in this room so that we can close out Sabbath properly. Amen? Amen. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Just before we move, it is very important that we try to keep the program on time. So presenters, you have 30 minutes to present, and you have 15 minutes for questions. Those of you who are going to ask questions, please ask a question. You don't want commentary where only one person has an opportunity to speak after the presentation. All right? And let me just see how good you look and you're excited to get started. So let's go into our rooms now. Can I just make the announcement that the first step we have ministry of our praise and worship is ministry on and then ready for that which came from us and
So you up there are supposed to be minister the person, and you looking, so you looking so so how you expect somebody who's supposed to see you every morning?
So I think that's why I understand.